Hey guys, Trotter here on August the 12th, 2013, and this video has got a few things about silver, a little bit about privacy and emailing, and at the end some garden stuff. And I just wanted to start off here with the silver chart because there has been a bit of a change in the direction of the market in the last little while. We were sideways since that fall from 22 and actually almost touched 18 at one point, but the other day we had what Endless Mountain calls an outside day, which is a day where the top is higher than any of the previous tops for a while and the bottom is lower than any of the previous bottoms for a while. So it indicates volatility and volatility increasing in the future. So he was right when he said that, and it had one more attempt to break down below 19, but it couldn't do it. And now we almost hit 21.5 today. It's about 21.25 right now. So what could that mean? It could mean nothing, absolutely. This could come back down here to 20 bucks and just sit there for another year. Who knows? It could go above 22 or 23 even. I've been looking at it for the last few days thinking 23 wouldn't surprise me this week, and we're already halfway there. But I was also thinking 18 or 17 wouldn't surprise me this week, and I'm still in that boat. I wouldn't be surprised if it does go down to 18 this week or even next week. So I don't see this as anything major, but if we zoom out a little bit, there you can see that we had this bottom at 18 I believe it was, and we've moved up from here. It kind of consolidated over several weeks after that bottom. It really wasn't in a hurry to go anywhere, but now we have this move coming here. And if you want to go back and look at where that pattern happened in the past, it did happen here. You can see we had that bottom here at 26, and we were all very shocked to see silver back at 26. And then there was those many weeks of consolidation, and finally that huge breakout that went up to 35, and that was the insiders buying silver when they knew that QE3 would be announced up here. And of course, since QE3 to infinity, we have done nothing but go down. But when was that? That was August, right? That was August that this breakout here happened. Throughout August we had slight gains, and then at the end of August and into September, that major move. And if you want to look at past Augusts, there was another one over here when we were down at about 35, and it went up to 45. And that was all during an August. Another interesting August was this one here. We had some consolidation, and then finally that breakout, and that was August. I remember I had just come back from Burning Man in 2010, and the chart had finally broken that $20 point, and it was very epic at the time because silver had been struggling to make that $20 point for years. So that was in August, and that was in August, and that was in August, and well, here we are in late August again at that exact same time. We've had all these major moves. One of them even resulted in us going to 50. So there's no guarantee that that's what's happening here, but I am just noticing that pattern from late Augusts in the past 4 years or so. I got this in the newspaper the other day. Exchange 20 for 20. We've seen lots of these. I hadn't even heard of this one coming out. It's called the Iceberg. It looks like a whale to me, but or actually two whales, but the iceberg is larger. Anyhow, isn't it funny how they never advertise bullion? They don't tell you to buy bullion. They tell you to buy numismatic coins that they make a very large profit on. Anyhow, yeah, that looks not bad to me. At least it's not the Queen's ugly face, or a reindeer. But anyhow, I had already picked one up. This came the day before I saw this announcement. I stopped by my local store and he had them there, so I picked up one. Got it for 25 bucks. I know you can get them for 20 bucks if you do it through the mint, but that requires a credit card and it's a hassle, and you have to pay for shipping, so it comes to like $23.50 or something anyhow. So I just got one in hand with cash. Prefer it that way. I don't really like the coin that much. The Iceberg is weird looking, and yeah, I don't like these 20 for 20s as much as I used to like them. But I've mentioned every single one since they started coming out, so there you go. I guess this is on the Mint's website if you want, or you can go to 20for20.ca. Well, it's a Monday, and the U.S. Mint has updated their sales figures for the Silver Eagle coins, and August is now showing about 1.6 million ounces, and so they've added about 800,000 since last Monday. which is about what we were expecting to happen, and I think that will probably continue to happen throughout August, and will end August somewhere around 3.5, maybe 4 million, but I think they'll try and keep it under about 3.4 so that it just barely avoids being the all-time best August in history. Even if they succeed at that, look at these totals: 7, 3, 3, 4, 3, 3, 4, probably 3 or 4. This has been a year that's just absolutely incredible. A lot of years in the past would only be this many ounces for the entire year. We're now doing it every month. And it's not just every second month or sometimes or on, special occasions. It's every single month. Every week, someone's buying 1 million ounces of Silver Eagles. The total amount of Silver Eagles that are being produced every year far exceeds all of the silver mined in the entire country of the USA. One note on this: a lot of subscribers and viewers have been asking me to repeat that warning to people, that this is only talking about investment silver, and that's absolutely true. This is investment silver. It's not industrial silver, it's not medical silver, it's not photography, it's not anything else like that. We're just talking about investment demand. These coins are for investment demand. People aren't buying these to put into industry. They buy 100-ounce bars and 1,000-ounce bars for that stuff. These are investment products. So yes, it is up incredibly high compared to previous years. Nothing is even going to come close to this year in the past. So yes, we are only talking about investment silver. And I've mentioned that in many videos where I talk about this, and I can't mention that every time I talk about this. There's so many different things to talk about. So yes, once again, this is just investment demand for silver, and I'm not trying to mislead anyone into thinking it's anything else. This is investment demand, and there could be a huge drop in demand for other types of silver. That's harder to measure. We don't really know those figures. There's no website publishing those figures. So we are looking at a partial picture here. It may or may not mean anything. That said, at the very least, it shows that people are buying Silver Eagles like crazy. I want to bring your attention to something that's been bothering me lately, and in specific there's an article linked down below. This article is not necessarily important in itself, but it does give a bit of a background of what's been going on, and that is that email account services, especially encrypted or private email services online, are disappearing very rapidly right now. Ever since the NSA stuff and Edward Snowden and all that stuff a month or two ago, these companies have been shutting down. They say it's for fear that their users will become compromised. I don't know if that's true or not, or if there's something else going on. Were they threatened or something else? But yeah, it's getting disturbing that you can't have a private email, or you can't have a private chat. Everything has to go through Skype and Yahoo and Gmail, and it's a problem. And more specifically for me, anyhow, right now, I'm getting this message when I try and log into Hotmail. I've had my Hotmail account since the internet basically began. I've used it for pretty much everything, and not my business and stuff like that, but everything indirectly to my business. I have a business email, of course, but I sign up for everything. My Hotmail is my, for example, my YouTube. My Hotmail is PalTalk, and all the other programs and services that I use on the internet are hooked to my Hotmail. And it looks like I'm about to lose it because it says here, call us overprotective, but we need to make sure you can receive a security code. I don't want a security code, but anyhow, we need to make sure you can receive a security code if you ever lose access to this account. Well, I've never lost access to this account. In the 15 or 18 or whatever years since I've had it, I use a really good password. It's a password that's unique to this site. It's a password that can't be guessed, and as far as I'm aware, it probably can't be hacked unless someone's really, really good and has a really, really fast supercomputer and a lot of time on their hands. So I'm not worried about losing this account. It's never happened, and I really don't think it's about to start happening. Now, when I click this Learn More, it says, sure, you can learn more, but first you have to log in. And to log in, you have to give us your phone number. So I can't even learn more about this process without agreeing to it. So they had my phone number here. Actually, it's an old phone number, and I don't even know how they got that. I've never given them my phone number, but they had my phone number, an old one here, which I don't use anymore. So this pull-down menu allowed me to either select text that number or call that number, and then they'll give me a code. Or you can click I have a code if you've already done that. And I can skip it, but I only have 3 days left. And after that, I've heard that what happens after that is your account is closed and you are only allowed to get back into it. It's very hard to get back into it, basically. So you really need to avoid that from happening. And I'm wondering, is anyone else getting this? It just seems a little suspect that all this is happening all at once with the privacy crackdowns and NSA and stuff, and every site you go to wants you to log in via your Facebook account. I don't have a Facebook account. And what if I don't have a phone? What if I want to use email, but independently from my phone? What if I just want to use email? What if I want to be a Hotmail user? Does every Hotmail user now have to have a telephone? And they have to have their own telephone number? What about, say, a house full of, say, 2 adults and 3 or 4 kids? And what if these kids reach the age where they have email accounts? And what if they don't all have cell phones yet? Now what happens to those people? Do they have to close their email accounts? I'm really wondering. Is anyone else getting this problem? And if so, what do you think you're going to do about it? Because I have 3 days to figure out, otherwise I'm going to lose a few thousand emails that I really don't want to lose, and a lot of subscriptions to a lot of services that I rely on. I do business online, I communicate online, I use the internet a lot, and if I lose this, it's going to be a major blow. So I'm trying to figure out how to do this without giving my current phone number. August 9th, Patello Bridge crossing footage. Just going to record this just to see what the levels of traffic are and stuff. They're closing this bridge over the weekend. It closes in a few hours. It's Friday rush hour right now. And then it's closed Saturday and Sunday as well. They say it's for resurfacing the road, but they've done that a few weekends now, and the road doesn't actually get resurfaced. It just looks like they install new cameras each time. But anyhow, I just paid my bill for the Patello Bridge crossing at Trio. I went to their head office and got that paid. I paid in cash, but I wasn't able to do it anonymously, so you cannot be anonymous anymore. And I look for those cameras right up there. There they were. But those are the only cameras on the bridge. As far as I'm aware, it's just that one set there. And there we go, across the bridge. The rest of this video is some shots of my garden over at Grandma's house. So if you were just here for the silver, then that is it. I'll talk to you guys soon. August the 10th today in my grandma's garden, and I just wanted to give a quick view of these tomato plants. These are the Sweet 100s here. You can see they're called that because like 100 tomatoes come off of one single cluster of flowers. Not really 100, more like 20, but you can see them starting to unfurl there. These things are growing like mad. We just had a thunderstorm move through, but it's been pretty sunny other than that. Looking really good, especially for the late start that I got. The Amish paste tomatoes are not flowering quite yet. Well, their flowers are there, they just haven't opened up yet, so they're a couple of days behind, it seems. But they're getting quite bushy. As you can see, I've pulled one corn off of this one. Gonna give it a try. And here's some of my moss. Yes, I actually grow moss on purpose. A little bit weird, I know. And in the greenhouse I have this beefsteak tomato that I'm putting in a pot for my kids, and I'm going to take it over to their place pretty quick here. It's doing quite well in terms of height, but no flowers yet. Oh, actually, some very small flowers starting there. My second batch of potatoes this year is coming up.